Hi, I'm Shelly G, and I'm the Master Certified Consultant of businesses, startups, entrepreneurs, and leaders. Today, I want to talk about leveraging your business or your services on Facebook. Now, I know there's a lot of pros and cons out there on Facebook, and I've certainly experienced my fair share. But I do want to say, with over 1 billion users and just rapidly exponentially growing minute by minute, in fact, while we've been on this video, more people have joined Facebook. You deserve to get your brand and your business out there. Facebook is just obviously the biggest social media platform. Nobody even comes close to it right now. So if you're not on there, you're just losing name branding, credibility, and clients. I know I've gotten clients off of Facebook and I've bought products and services off of Facebook, not just free teleconferences or whatever, but I've paid a significant amount of money buying services and consulting from Facebook. So I know that it works. And if you look at the statistics, you just can't argue with it. All of us deserve to have global businesses today. If you don't already, you're probably going to. It's just a matter of when you finally realize that and break through. Because with the internet, we're just getting more and more internet savvy and more online all the time with everything that we're doing with Skype and with webinars and teleseminars and classes. We can do so much online anymore. Now, I'm like the next guy. I really love to meet people face to face, but let's face it, face to face limits me a lot to my local market, and it also limits me time wise. It costs me time, money, and gas to get places. So really, I can do a lot more, manage my time better, be more effective, and create more income by having a global market and doing so much more online. So what does that look like as far as leveraging my business online? Well, a lot of people say, I want my privacy, and Facebook worries me about that. Well, there's a lot of things that you can do to manage your privacy, and we have to do that really for anything that we do online. That's just always going to be something that we need to deal with. So you can have protections for identity theft, just like you do with your finances and things like that. But certainly you can change your account settings. You can change, who looks at your pictures on your personal account, who sees your posts. Right now, you can say right on your personal page, if everyone sees your post, or if friends of friends, only friends, or if you want the public to see your posts, you can really choose that accordingly. So you just have to get into your page and really look at those options. A lot of people just don't pay attention, but you can change those settings, and you need to look at those settings every couple of months, because sometimes Facebook does upgrades and all of a sudden they'll change some of your settings, and you need to go in there and see what's going on. So you can also have a personal and a business page. In fact, I highly recommend that you do that. So you can keep it more separate. Obviously, in your personal page, things are more personal. You might post pictures of your kids and your dogs and your vacations. But I do want to caution you on your personal page that even though it's your personal page and we have a right to free speech, some people just get on there and what I call verbally vomit. They say things that are inappropriate. They say things that are offensive. And you're not going to gain more credibility and visibility, and you certainly aren't going to gain more respect by doing those kinds of posts. So I think you need to be very, very cautious and considerate about, even on your personal page, what you post. Also, how often you post. You don't want to wear people out by posting all the time. You know those people. They're people that sometimes I hide their statuses. I don't unfriend them, but I just hide their statuses because they're posting every 5 minutes, and it's usually all kinds of bogus things. So don't be one of those people. That, again, is not going to expand your network. So that's on the personal page. I consider my personal page an extension of my professional page, and I'm very neutral or positive in what I post. I really try not to post something overly political or anything that might just have controversial results, because I want to create value and positivity on Facebook. If you're a positive person, don't pull off Facebook just because there are negative people on there. We need you. We need those positive people on there who are professional and who are motivational, and we need to take Facebook up a notch. So stay on there and make a difference. That's my motto anyway. So on my professional page, Shelly G Inspires, I only post professional things. I don't post a bunch of pictures of my kids or dogs. I do keep them separate in that regard. And on my professional page, I almost always post once every day. Again, I don't want to overpost. I don't want to wear people out. So think about how you feel when you see the same person posting all the time. especially if it's irrelevant information. But even if it's relevant information, you don't want to see the same person in your news feed constantly posting. It just wears you out. So don't do that. Do post once a day. Now, some people who are really structured and they're really organized, which is awesome, they like to post at the same time every day. So they always post at 6 a.m. or they always post at noon. Well, the challenge is that might be good for you and for your schedule, or to keep in line with just reminding you to do it. But the challenge is you're going to lose a lot of market share by doing that, because different people are available at different times. Some people might look at their posts at 8 a.m. and some people may not look at their computer till 6 p.m. So I like to rotate when during the day I post my posts, and I don't always post at the same time because I want to increase my visibility. Again, this is all about building your client base and building your visibility and your credibility. So we want to get to the largest reach that we can with these posts and promote them as much as possible. Again, this is all free advertisement. So I just think it's crazy if we're not on there leveraging all of this amazing advertising for our business. You think about it, years ago, we just would have died. We had to go places and network and shake hands and kiss babies. And I love doing that, but it's very time consuming. And so we can reach so many people, thousands of people within a minute by a post on Facebook. Why would we give up that free advertising? I just don't know. So anyway, more on posting on your business page. Make sure it's really, really relevant, exciting information. We don't just want to post to post. You can tell when people are just posting to post, just like if they're just talking to talk. It's the same thing. Those same social skills apply online. So we want to make sure that the articles are exciting and really relevant to your target market. We want to make sure that we're rotating what we're posting. Don't always post a quote. You know, one day post a quote, the next day post a picture that has something inspirational on it, the next day post your blog. All of us should be blogging. That's another huge drive. It puts a lot of content and a lot of keywords in there, and then it drives people to your website. So that's amazing. You can take all these people from Facebook and drive them to your website with a blog. So that's super key. But again, make sure that blog is relevant and professional and interesting, and it's focused on your target market. Now, if you don't have a target market yet, you kind of need to stop what you're doing and recalibrate and make sure that you're getting your target market. If it's not narrow enough, keep getting a coach or a mentor or a consultant that is great in helping you target that market even more specifically. The more specific your niche is, the more successful you're going to be. Why is that? Well, the reason that is you can't market to everyone. You can, but it's not going to give you very many results. Because if you see something on there that's just so general and so targeting everyone, it doesn't resonate with you individually. When you see something like, you know, in the spring, my dog groomer gets really busy. So if I was to see a coupon from my dog groomer and she said, you know, is your dog getting really shaggy and does she smell? And, you know, along with spring cleaning your home, spring clean your dog, $20 off a groom, or, you know, that might be too much off, 20% off, or whatever the coupon might be. Now I'm going to resonate with that. That hits home. That is specific and it speaks to me and it jumps right out, and it's like they're talking just to me. That's what you want your post to do. You want to reach somebody. You can't reach everybody all the time. And so even though if they called you, you might go ahead and be, you know, let yourself be hired by them, you do have to pick a market that you can really speak into, something you have experience with, credentials, credibility, something that you're passionate about, because people can tell if you're passionate about it or not. So definitely be careful in choosing that and make sure that all of those things apply. And then of course, as you get bigger and expand, you're going to have a lot of people come to you outside of that. But you want to focus your marketing efforts on that, because we only have a certain amount of time and money and energy and a day to market. Focus those efforts and always keep that very specific niche at the front of your mind. Again, get a consultant if you need coaching on that. Those of us that have a niche that we're super excited and passionate about, I've had coaching. I've had multiple coaches over the years that I've paid good money for because I believe in it. If I didn't believe in it, I wouldn't do it. I know that it works because it's that objectivity of having somebody outside of you say, look, here's the thing, here's what you're great at, here's where you really light up. Here's where you're experienced at. I think you should consider this as one of your target markets. Sometimes having those people speak into our lives in that way, in that objective way, can really help us to narrow that search. So if you have your target market, great. You just need to always, always, always keep that at the top of your mind and not get off on tangents too often. Now, sometimes if you put a motivational quote, it might motivate everybody, which is great, but certainly needs to motivate your target market. That always needs to be there. So posting different times of the day, that's great. Facebook also has an incredible way to advertise things. You can advertise a certain post, or you can advertise an event. So if I'm hosting a class or I'm a keynote speaker somewhere and I want to help boost that event, to me, that's one of the ways I like to collaborate with the people that hire me. If a business hires me, a college, if I'm a keynote speaker, I like to promote that event because I love that collaboration and I think it's a total win-win. And so I like to promote things that I'm a part of. So Facebook might only let a few hundred of my people see it because they're smart and they've monetized their advertising. And some people get frustrated with that, but really for a nominal amount, $10, $20, $30, you can go from several hundred people seeing your promotion on your business page to thousands of people, 5, 10, 15, 20,000 people can see that post. And you can choose demographics because Facebook is so hardy with all of the analytics in the back room. They can really target specific age groups or specific professions. They have all kinds of ways that you can look at who you want to get that message out to. Do I want to talk to friends of friends? Do I want it to be more public? And then go for a certain profession. Anyway, Facebook has mastered this, and they have all of that data from all of us putting our data in there, so they can pull from all of that to leverage your ad and give you the maximum exposure. It's not a lot of money, but it's really a lot of bang for your buck. And what you want is people clicking on those. And so you do want to measure your results. How many people do show up at your event because of that? You do want to ask that. So you either want to ask them for a show of hands at the very least when they're in the room. How did you hear about this today? Did you hear about it on Facebook? Yeah. Or did you hear about it through my email campaign? But really, the better thing to do is get that in writing. So when they come in and they register for your event, again, you're building your list, always building your list. When they sign in for your event, you want to make it quick and friendly and really easy for them, but ask them, how did you hear about this today? That's really important. You need to know if what you're doing is working or not working, and you want to know what things am I doing that I'm getting the maximum leverage out of, or what things do I need to tweak and make better. But definitely you're going to want to spend your time on those things that you get that feedback that are really resonating with people. So one thing about my personal page I want to add here is I also promote my events on my personal page. I have thousands of people on my personal page, so I just would be silly if I didn't leverage that as well. On Facebook, when you put your update, you can say, do I want just friends to see this, or do I want to make it public? Well, I always make those business postings on my personal page public because anybody can see those. I'm fine with that. I want people to see my classes. I want people to see where my keynote speech is at, or if I'm consulting with a business and I want to give that business visibility, again, creating that win-win with those partnerships, then I'm going to make that post public. And a lot of times I'll do those simultaneously, post on my personal page and make it a public post. And you can see that if you pay attention. A lot of people just don't know those things are there. But when you look at the post right beneath it, you can see these little drop downs that give you those options. Then go right to your professional page and post the same thing. So you're getting all that leverage. Then go to your website, make sure it's on there. Also, I have clients say, well, I just don't have time. I just don't have time to spend on social media. Literally, it can take you a few minutes to post. If all you want to do is jump on your business page and post once a day, it is a very small amount of time for the huge amount of free advertising and credibility boosting and name branding that it gives you. So again, it's just crazy to not do it. And it doesn't have to take a lot of time. Now, sometimes I like to jump on Facebook for 5 or 10 minutes and catch up with friends and family and just give myself a rest from my work. But I'm very intentional about that. I don't get lost for 4 hours doing it. I'll jump on there for a few minutes, like a few things, read an article, and then I'll get back off. But if all you want to do is focus on your business, you can do that too. Just jump on your business site via your desktop or straight from your smartphone. Your appointment's 10 minutes late. Well, I can jump on my smartphone and do a quick update on my business page because I haven't done that today. Say I have a great quote, or say I have a great article that I know the link to. I can drop that right in there. Now, one thing about dropping links into your personal or your professional page is if you copy and paste the actual URL, so the www, and then whatever the website is, or blog or article, just copy and paste the origination of that, the URL, drop it onto your page, and then wait. Facebook will update and it will actually pull up the picture of that blog or article. And sometimes it'll even let you pick. It might have 1, 2, or 3 different pictures, and so you can click through those and you can find the best picture for what you're trying to promote. This is a super great thing to do. Make sure that URL drops right in there and it will pull up exactly what you want to post. Instead of just a URL that looks really boring and then saying what it's about, it'll pull up the actual site that you're going to, which is cool. Now, some people like to promote other people's pages or whatever, and I'm just careful about doing that. Now, if you want to trade advertisement with somebody, that's cool, but you don't want to be overly promoting other people's pages on your page because you want to be driving people to your page and to your website. So again, just top of the mind, what am I posting? What's the value? Particularly, what's the value to my target market? So Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter, it is sometimes overwhelming, but it's just one bite at a time. Some clients, I just tell them, if you want to post to all 3 at once, get on Hootsuite, or you can Google different applications that'll let you post to one and then it posts to all 3 simultaneously, and you only have to post 1 time. So there's time savers that way. If you have an assistant, you can certainly have them help you with this, but you want to be really clear about all of these things, when to post, what to post. If there are quotes, put some quotes from you on there too. Don't just have quotes from all these famous people or athletes or whatever, because you also want to be putting your own thoughts and ideas, because again, you're building your credibility in your platform. Otherwise, you might just be driving people away to other notable people. Well, Facebook is huge. This is just kind of a 101, if you will. This is our first part in our series where we're also going to be talking about LinkedIn next. We're going to talk about YouTube and some of the other ways to leverage your business with social media. But if you're not on there yet, or you're not doing it consistently, you really deserve to get on there and see what it can do for you and your business. If you want more tips and inspiration, go to www.shellyg.com, or of course, join me on Facebook, Shelly G Inspires. That's SHLIG Inspires. Make your business awesome and create miracles.